So, I guess this is the second video of the week technically from me, and also probably the last you'll see for a few weeks, because with WrestleMania and my cinema schedule practically being every other day this coming week, the only day I'm taking off from not going to the cinema to catch up with films is Tuesday, so every other day up to Friday, which is when I don't even normally go out, but special charity thing happening. So my WrestleMania week and a half is sort of becoming it's actually becoming a full it's a WrestleMania week and a half from Sunday through to Wednesday, when me and Owen do the Wednesday shows. And I'm already coming down with a cold, so who knows. But the Bafta, I'm using the tablet, second screen experience. The Bafta nominations have come out for the Video Game Awards, which are coming up. I believe it's not WrestleMania weekend, but the weekend after, or certainly the week after all the WrestleMania stuff. So, because previously it was done with the convention, with the Res convention that happens, but it's now split off, I guess, because so many people want to play games and don't want to go to an award show. I don't know. So, going through the categories, I'll leave some till last because it makes sense, like, the best game and best British game and all that. So, artistic achievement, we've got Abzu, Dishonored 2, Inside, Last Guardian, Uncharted 4 and Unravel. It says a lot, it's the first category, and I don't know who to pick, because all six are strong. Abzu is very beautiful in its design. All the artwork and everything that I've seen from Dishonored 2 is very beautiful in its own way. Certainly in its stylized, steampunk style is really nice. Inside, from the guys that did Limbo, very subtle and good work and design, especially when you get to the end. I'm going to be as vague as possible to not give spoilers about any of this stuff if I do. Last Guardian, I think that's just artistic achievement just for Trico, probably. Because, admittedly, the areas do look nice, but it's the attention to detail on Trico that's probably got it there. Uncharted 4, that's in there, probably worthy. The quality of the quality of the design of the characters is just close to true life as you're probably going to get from a console. And Unravel, really cute art style, really like it. It's a shame just because of the negative publicity that, and this is where the only thing I would have put it, No Man's Sky could be in. Because even though it's probably a boring, tedious game, in terms of appearance-wise, it's got a very good aesthetic, I would argue. But, it probably got pushed down because of all the problems and negativity behind it. But it's a great list of 6, certainly. For audio achievement, we've got Battlefield 1, Doom, Inside, Last Guardian, Res Infinite, and Uncharted 4. There's a lot of, because from what I can tell, this sound stuff, let me have a quick look. It doesn't include music, so we're just talking about, actual sound. So, the sounds of the guns and the vehicles and everything in Battlefield 1, that's pretty good. Doom, the sound design for that and everything is good. Inside, yeah. Last Guardian, considering how it needs to get the acoustics of shouting for Trico and the right thing, I understand that. Res Infinite, that's a bit problematic, because Res Infinite, of course, is a music game. That's the only one that I'm a little bit unsure about. And Uncharted 4, the sound design is very good. It's probably between Battlefield 1 and Doom for me. I would guess what the Academy will pick. But, hard to tell. Now, they've got a new category, which is Best Evolving Game. So this is basically an old game, but giving acknowledgement to the fact that, obviously, although it's an old game, new content is coming out, so they're giving plaudits to games that have had a good 2016 in expanded content sort of thing. So we got Destiny Rise of Iron, Elite Dangerous Horizons, EVE Online, Final Fantasy XIV Online, Hitman, and Rocket League. It's a tough one, because Final Fantasy XIV has been pretty strong over the year. Rocket League, with all its content and, you know, new mode that it's gradually brought in, has been good. Destiny, be interesting to give it to Destiny, of course, given that we're so close to Destiny 2 coming later this year. I honestly would give it to Hitman, because I don't agree with the whole episodic content thing being there. You know, making the episodes available on a month-by-month basis. Or they could have just released it as a game, which you can get now. Which I am probably tempted in picking up. But I will say that, like, the contracts and everything that I've been having for the past 6 to 9 months or so, since the game came out, if it is that, might even be longer than that, might be close to a year. You know, the bits where it's like, here's this unique opportunity, you've only got 48 hours to do it. I actually have to say, yeah, those sort of things do keep people coming back. Because in a game where you can create all sorts of novel interpretations of a kill, it's pretty good, I would say. Okay, I won't be able to play them because they're not included in the game, because they're only, you know, once you've done them sort of thing, but there you go. For Best Family Game, we got Lego Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens, Overcooked, The Playroom VR, Pokemon Go, Ratchet & Clank, and Tucker Hair Salon 3. This is interesting, because obviously you've got the big games like your Ratchet & Clanks and your Lego Star Wars, and to some extent Pokemon Go. I wouldn't say that's a family game, because you can't really play it with the family, because it's just you on your phone. I understand they're trying to say it's kid-friendly, but Ratchet & Clank you can certainly play with your mum or your dad or your kids, or, you know, whichever way you're looking at it. Lego Star Wars certainly you can do. Overcooked, it's interesting because it's become a very good party game for actually, like, adults. Playroom VR, I mean, it's not one of the best things on the VR stuff, so I don't know. Tucker Hair Salon 3, I've heard a lot of good things about. I think it's basically a mobile title, considering the amount of Tucker things that are on, like the Amazon store and the Google Play Store and everything, and the Apple App Store and everything. So, I mean, to me, I think it probably would go to Ratchet and Clank, because, you know, okay, the movie was bad, but for a recreation of the original game, but incorporating obviously some of the newer mechanics that they've had over the past, what, nearly 15 years, man, of that franchise, it's a real entertaining game. It's something that I would not object to playing, getting my nostalgia back for the original. Okay, I can't play the original on PS4 yet, unless you can because of the PlayStation Now stuff, but I'm not paying for that. But yeah, I approve, very much approve. For Best Game Design, we've got Battlefield 1, Dishonored 2, Inside, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and The Witness. Ooh, that's interesting, because you've obviously got the big names like your Battlefield 1s and your Dishonoreds and your Overwatch and your Titanfall 2, and then basically your two indies in Inside and The Witness. The Witness is very well designed for what it is, which is basically a walking puzzle game. But obviously, some of the things that happen inside it, it leaves an air of mystery. I'm tempted to say that. I'm honestly surprised that Doom isn't in here, because in terms of design, it looks really, really exceptional sort of thing. So I'll go with The Witness, but I'd say that's a category that probably any one of us 6 could win, I would argue. So, fair play. For Best Game Innovation, we've got Batman Arkham VR, Firewatch, Pokemon Go, That Dragon Cancer, Unseen Diplomacy, and The Witness. This is... I mean, I wouldn't say Arkham VR is good, but I don't know if it deserves to win. Pokemon Go is pretty good. But I think the the innovation of it probably has waned off. Firewatch is certainly, its art style is fantastic. Actually, if that's to think of it, why isn't that up for Best Artistic Achievement? I've just realised that. The art style of Firewatch is brilliant and it gets nothing. Okay. That Dragon Cancer, a really powerful game about coming to terms with your kid having cancer. The story of the actual creators of the game, certainly. Unseen Diplomacy, probably one of the strongest VR experiences that is out there right now. And The Witness, which I already gushed about. To me, it's probably between That Dragon Cancer and Unseen Diplomacy. I'd want to put Firewatch in there as well, because that deserves recognition, considering in the couple of the other categories that I thought it would have been in, like design and artistic achievement, it's got nothing. So I'd want it to catch up, sort of, possibly, but there you go. For Best Mobile Title, which includes consoles, it's not just actual mobile. The Best Mobile / handheld, I guess you could call it. We've got Banner Saga 2, Dawn of Titans. Really? We put a Zynga title in here? Deus Ex Go, Pokemon Sun and Moon, and Reigns. Again, a good mix here of indie titles and mainstream titles. And then, technically, I would say only one, with Pokemon Sun and Moon actually being a handheld one. Pokemon Sun and Moon are very good games. So I'd want to put them further up, but Reigns is really exceptional. Banner Saga 2 is, especially, all the interest now for Banner Saga 3, because they actually put that one on Kickstarter. Dawn of Titans, and Deus Ex Go, that's been pretty good. So basically, I want everything to win apart from Dawn of Titans and Pokemon Go, because I don't want Zynga to get any recognition for anything. And Pokemon Go, I would argue, has had its day in the sun, if that's a thing. For Best Multiplayer, we've got Battlefield 1, Forza Horizon 3, Overcooked, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Tom Clancy's The Division. I think that's farcical that Division is in there, because I don't think it really is strong enough. Battlefield 1, for the size of the maps, I certainly think is probably in with a shout. Titanfall 2 has been really fun in multiplayer from what I've heard from people, and the sort of demo experience that I got at the convention 6 months ago. But I would like to see it to go to Overcooked, because it seems to be a thing that all the family can do. And, if you have got your friends, you can get sweary at them, and it's something that everybody can be involved with. So I'd like it to be that, I think. But Basically, from that list, everything but The Division. If The Division wins, it's like, oh god, seriously. For music, we've got Abzu, Doom, Inside, Last Guardian, Uncharted 4, and Virginia. They've all got great soundtracks, but Doom has to win. Doom has to win. Because, it's won everything I think that it's been up for. It won, the VGAs, or the Game Awards, I guess they call them now. It won at DICE. It won at the International Games Festival. It's every significant thing in terms of music. It's won quite considerably. So let's not let the thing finish here. Let's have it round off with Doom being acknowledged for one of the best soundtracks that there's been in a first-person shooter in quite a while. In all honesty. For best narrative, so we've got the story stuff here. We've got Dishonored 2, Firewatch, Inside, Mafia 3, Oxenfree, and Uncharted 4. See, people might get angry at Mafia 3, but the story that's in it is really good. It's just the missions that you have to do as part of the stuff can be a bit repetitive. The overarching story of Lincoln Clay getting revenge and everything, well, hell, Lincoln Clay coming back from the war, to help his family, then getting backstabbed by the mafia, and then you and the other individuals rising up to take it down. And then obviously, interestingly, depending on how you play, you can have different people take charge of the situation. And then the ending. Man, the ending. The ending proves that one character had to have been there for the entire game. Oh, that ending. One of the best endings that I've seen to a game. Well, I guess mid-credit sequence to a game that I've seen. But Dishonored 2 is a very good story. Firewatch, for what it is a good story. Oxenfree is really good. Inside is the usual thing you expect from Playdead. It's here's your interpretation of a story, so it can go one of quite a few different ways. An Uncharted 4 story was really exceptional. So I think for this one I'm going to have to say any one of the 6 again. It's really good. I'd say Mafia 3 just because of the repetitiveness of the mission stuff, which could be seen as narrative, could hinder it, but I'd like to see any one of the 6 win. For best original property, so best new IP, I guess, we've got Firewatch, Inside, Last Guardian, Overwatch, Unravel, and The Witness. See, this is interesting. Do you give props to a IP because it's got sequel potential, like Overwatch does, or do you go for it's arguably one game and there's going to be no others, which is the rest of them? It's a tough one. They're all really good pieces of work. I'd say this is where your Firewatches or your Insides will probably get recognition, because from what I remember, both of them are up for Best Game of the Year. Which, more than likely or not, because again, the trend has been Overwatch, that will probably win. So I've already spoiled that, I guess. So I think this is where Firewatch or Inside might actually get some recognition. It'll probably be one of them too, but I wouldn't object to any of the others. Best Performer, so it's best voiceover work. 4 games, actually, mainly covered here from the 6. One of which is just, I don't know. Let's just praise one game, sort of thing. We've got Alex Hernandez for Lincoln Clay and Mafia 3. Cissy Jones as Delilah for Firewatch. It's a shame that the other voiceover guy that plays the man in Firewatch doesn't get any recognition, but whatever. Emily Rose as Elena Fisher for Uncharted 4. Naveed Negaban as Haj Agha in 1979 Revolution Black Friday. That's a very off-the-wall thing there, which makes me think that's got a possibility of winning. Nolan North as Nathan Drake in Uncharted 4, and Troy Baker as Sam Drake for Uncharted 4. Just because it stands out there, I'm wondering if Naveed Negaban is going to get the recognition over, you know, some of the bigger names. Because Uncharted 4, yeah, it's good, but, you know, remember that they've given, like, what was it, Viva Seafair? They gave her the award, was it last year, or last year, for her story. And people didn't, it's interesting how people didn't like her story winning everything. Especially when the designer was like, you know, why am I getting all these awards? You know, I don't feel it's worth it. And then other people like running ragged on them and cheering them. Which is a bit of a shame, because that sort of overshadowed it. It's like, you know, it's the designer of her story, you know, just wanted to make a thing that would, I don't think he expected all the awards and plaudits that he was going to get from it. You know, considering it's a one-man job, really, with a few other guys involved. Certainly one man in terms of the story and the design and everything. It's a shame that basically Bafta decided to crap on him, or at least from the crowd. Especially when you take into account that the other game that won quite a lot that year, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, no, that didn't get crapped on. Probably because it couldn't, because the people were very supportive, and because there was a lot of them in the crowd. Because I guess loads of people went from the office. I don't know. So yeah, I'm guessing Naveed's probably got a strong chance. I wouldn't object to any one of the 6 though, because they're all very good voice performances. Or I guess in Uncharted 4 they were also doing the actual mocap and everything, so yeah, I guess it isn't just voice performances. Anyway, BAFTA Ones to Watch Award. We've got Among the Stones, Pentagram and Rebound. I don't know enough about them to really give an opinion, because these are basically the games where it's young people making games and they shine a light on 3 of the games, and normally some of the people that go from this award go into the industry and other studios and whatever and make some interesting stuff. Now, another one that they've also added is the AMD Esports Audience Award. So it's the best esports game. Which we've got Clash Royale. Really? I haven't seen much of that on esports apart from like the things that they've done as sponsored on Twitch. But whatever. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, Overwatch, and Street Fighter 5. It's interesting. I don't want to say anything because obviously it's public voted on. I don't think you can obviously see the results and everything. Okay. I'm just looking. Apparently, if I do enter, I actually might have a chance of winning stuff. But look, I don't recognise any of the names of the people that are the people that are doing the selected the list. Yeah. I'd like to see League of Legends not win, because I think Riot Games has become a bit complacent on that front. But there you go. So the final 3 are sort of the game categories. the overall sort of ones. So we got for debuting game. We got Firewatch, Overcooked, Oxenfree, That Dragon Cancer, The Witness, and Virginia. I'd have thought debut game would be the same as original IP. Then again, I guess if it's like if it's something like a new game from a studio, then I guess it could be in there as well, like Overwatch, I guess, because it's Blizzard, so that makes sense. And obviously Inside as well wouldn't be in there because it's not a debut from a company. That's a tough one. All 6 are really good. I think Oxenfree, I'd like to see get the recognition there, but all 5 are solid. I would not object to any of them. Then for Best British Game, we've got Batman Arkham VR, Forza Horizon 3, No Man's Sky. I wouldn't put it in Best British Game after all the kerfuffle. In one of the smaller things like artistic achievement and stuff, yeah, but not in Best British. We've also got Overcooked, Planet Coaster, and Virginia. Oh, I'm tempted for this one to say Forza Horizon 3, because that is a really good, fun racing game. It's a shame it's exclusive to the Windows Store. I think it's on PC that way. Certainly, it's a shame that it's only console exclusive, but it's a Microsoft Studios game, so what do you expect? I'd like to give them recognition, because I think Playground and what they've done with the Horizon series is very much the direction Forza needs to stay on. And I just think Turn 12, I think it's Turn 12, probably got the name wrong, but the guys that make the irregular Forza ones, it's interesting. Forza is very good as a simulator, but I think for everybody, the Horizon stuff seems a bit more fun, and the direction that it goes, so I can't even remember if Forza last year got it. Probably didn't. But yeah, certainly any one of the games, bar No Man's Sky, and to a lesser extent, it's like No Man's Sky, then Batman VR, because it's okay, but for a very short experience, I'd say no. And then probably the other 4, like there. No Man's Sky, I think, is the least likely, certainly. And then Best Game itself. Firewatch, Inside, Overwatch, Stardew Valley. There's another one that I completely forgot. That's its only recognition. Stardew Valley is only on this list once, and it's in Best Game. Titanfall 2 and Uncharted 4. See, if this is where you're going, Stardew needs the recognition, so it needs to win. It's the only thing it's nominated for. Because, the fact, keep in mind, Stardew Valley is one guy who's done everything. He's the guy that did the PC edition. He's the guy that's done the console ports to Xbox One and PS4. I think they might be doing one for the Switch as well. The amount of stuff that Eric has put into this game deserves recognition hugely. And it's a shame it's only in one category, but thank God it's Best Game. I will champion that. As much as the other, Firewatch has got multiple nominations. Overwatch has. Inside has. Titanfall 2 has. Uncharted 4 has. There's a lot of place where you can give the recognition to the others if you want to spread the love, because that's what they normally try and do at the BAFTAs. In which case, give recognition to Stardew Valley. You know, this guy is practically a one-man army against, you know, a game like Overwatch has just got probably hundreds, if not thousands, of people working on it. You know, Uncharted 4, hundreds, if not thousands. Titanfall 2, hundreds, if not thousands. Inside, probably a few hundred people. Firewatch, probably a handful of people. Stardew Valley, 1. It's got a preachy at the end, but it's, you know, I completely forgot that Stardew Valley would be classified in this, because it obviously came out last February, 13 months ago. So it would come into this category for games that came out in 2016. So yeah, it's a shame that I can't vote, because I would like vote. Well, you can't really vote 20,000 times because you only have one vote, but my pick so much would be Stardew Valley. Why isn't Stardew Valley in Best Family Game? You know, why is Playroom VR in there when it should... I'm just looking at some of these things and it's like, you know, Best New IP, Stardew Valley. You know, why does... I mean, that's tough because they're all pretty good. Like, obviously, Performer you can't really put it in because there's no real voice work. But man, I hope Stardew wins it. I don't think it will because they'll probably chicken out and give it to Overwatch. But you know, there's got to be a reason that it's there because it missed out on everything that it should be in with. But it's there. I can hope. It probably won't happen. So apparently that is being live streamed Thursday, April the 6th, is it? Have a quick look. Brilliant. It doesn't actually say. I think it's 6th. The 6th, yeah, because the 7th is when the films are coming out on the Friday, so yeah. The 6th. And I've just realised that I can't watch it live because I'm going to a theatre thing. So I guess you'll get my reactions after the fact. Or I'll purposefully not look at the stuff, or my phone to look at the news about things. Although I probably will, because it's like a 3-hour play and there's a 20-minute interval in the middle, so... I'm annoyed that I can't watch it live, but, you know, I've got other things to do. But yeah, if you can, I think it's twitch.tv/Bafta. Subscribe, or, well, perhaps not subscribe. You can follow it. Click the heart thing. And follow it and watch it live. I think it's 6 o'clock UK time, so it'll be 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 in the morning, West Coast, Pacific. There you go. My preaching can finish, at least for this episode.